Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, August 15th, 2013. What a morning it's turning out to be. Let's jump right into the charts. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see that the futures are trading lower this morning by about 14 points to 1668 per contract. This is a decent fall in the market. There's a lot going on this morning. Before we go really any further, I want to just start off with the Asian markets last night. And we're just going to go right to the Nikkei 225 index. And what you're going to see here is that the Nikkei 225 index finished lower last night by over 2%. So pretty decent decline in the Nikkei. This comes despite a stronger dollar-yen chart, which is very, very unusual. Generally, when the dollar-yen is stronger, the Nikkei 225 will rally. That is not the case last night. So we're seeing a disconnect there from what we've been accustomed to seeing, and that could be problematic. Let's take a look at the dollar-yen this morning, and what you'll see here is that if we go to a 10-minute chart, the dollar-yen is actually surging at the moment. So this is the only saving grace, I think, for the stock market right now is if you get a stronger dollar-yen. One of the big catalysts for today's decline in the U.S. markets is the actual 10-year bond yield on the 10-year Treasury Note. The yield on the 10-year note is now at its highest point. You can see here it says 2.71%, but in reality it's 2.76%. So this is a big move in bonds. Make it 2.75, but either way, yields are now moving higher, and they look like they're going higher in my opinion. So again, bond yields are trading higher this morning. That is going to be problematic for this stock market, and we'll see how this plays out. Last night after the closing bell, Cisco Systems, which is a big multinational tech company, just got swallowed up, reported weaker earnings, weaker growth, you name it. And the report was bad. Any way you slice it, dice it, chop it up, cut it sideways, it doesn't make a difference. The report was pretty bad. They're also going to lay off another 4,000 people. So the only way they're really increasing profits is simply by cutting the workforce. And this is not good news for any economy, including the global economy. So we could be looking at potential signs of a global slowdown. But Cisco Systems getting really hammered after the closing bell. Now this morning, Wal-Mart reported earnings. That stock is getting hammered as well. Yesterday you could see Wal-Mart closed around 76.40. Today it's trading at 74.60. Decent little dip for Wal-Mart, which is a big giant company. Again, they reported slower sales as well. So the retail sector has really started to unwind here, and we're seeing slowdowns really in almost every retail stock over the past couple days. I don't want to say everyone because Dillard's, I guess, is trading higher this morning. This stock's catching a decent little bid, so that one is doing well. But Walmart, which is a real big bellwether, in my opinion, down sharply after reporting earnings. So we're going to have to watch this very closely. When we look across the pond today in the European markets, what we'll see here is that you have the German DAX down about 0.75%, French CAC 40 down about 0.5%, but the London FTSE, which has been struggling as of late, not as strong as the European Union stocks like the DAX and the CAC 40, the London FTSE this morning is down 1.25%. Remember, England can print their own money, but they are down sharply this morning, down about 1.25% at the moment. So the London FTSE trading lower today, and we'll have to just watch how this market plays out going forward. But I think traders want to be a little bit more on the cautious side, a little bit more guarded, and don't take anything for granted because these markets are way overcooked to the upside. There's a lot of complacency there, and also just the fact that the Nikkei 225 fell with the stronger dollar-yen should be a shot across the bow to anybody that follows these markets. Looking at a few other things here today, we want to get right into oil. Oil today is trading up a little bit here, up about 50 cents to 107.30 per barrel. It's a decent move for crude, simply on the fact that you have all these problems coming out of Egypt. So oil is getting a little bit of that shock premium built in. Right now the USO is trading higher. USO actually pulled back a little bit. Right now it's around 38.12. USO closed yesterday at 38.09, so not much activity there. But light sweet crude is up about 50 cents a barrel above the 107 level, and that's all on the conflict going on in Egypt. So remember, geopolitical events, adverse weather, they all affect the price of oil, and that's what's happening this morning. When we look into the gold market, gold is trading, well, it's down about $1 now to 1332.50. Nothing terrible there. Let's take a look at the all-important GLD. GLD, you can see starting to come in off of the highs. That's trading around 127. 80 closed at 129. So gold is off the morning highs, and you can see the GLD has creeped lower. Again, nothing terrible for the GLD, but it has moved significantly lower from yesterday's high, and we'll have to watch that very closely going forward. Some other stocks in the news today. I believe Kohl Stores is another one. Let's just take a look at the KSS. This one's trading up a little bit on the day. We talked about Dillard's. NTAP was another stock that was really hammered after earnings. So this stock's trading around 40.80. We're going to have a lot of gap plays out here today. I would expect about 4 or 5 to be posted around 9 a.m. in the morning. So we'll watch for those going forward. Another stock that's getting hit this morning on the downside, which is a pretty sizable move, is Onyx Pharmaceuticals. This stock is getting hit pretty hard. It looks like Amgen is involved in this one. That stock was supposed to be bought out, but they had not such great results on their trial for their drug, and the stock is selling off this morning in this one. So we got a lot of shakers and movers out here. I think traders are going to want to stay tuned. The first couple of hours should be very, very volatile. Yesterday was the first change in character that we've seen from the markets, meaning that the markets were trading down basically throughout the entire session. Never really could get that big bounce like we've been accustomed to seeing. So a little change in character for the markets yesterday, but we're going to have to watch this market very closely today, and we'll just take it one step at a time and see where this thing all trades out. Right now, futures down about 13.5. They've gotten a little bit of a bid because the dollar yen is really soaring here. I'm not sure why the dollar yen is really catching a bid, but when this goes up, this means the Japanese yen is going down. When this chart goes down, it means the Japanese yen is strengthening against the U.S. dollar. Right now, the Japanese yen is weakening against the U.S. dollar, and this is definitely helping the major stock indexes, even though they are down about 13.5 points on the S&P futures. So we're going to leave it there. Brace yourself for a volatile trading session, at least in the first few hours of the day, and we'll see what this market gives us and tells us going forward. See you all on the charts.